shift at Denny's to go make extra money. And they're working 50 hours a week, working their tail off. And you got someone else who is a brain surgeon, working 50 hours a week, working their tail off. Who makes more money? The 50-hour-a-week waiter waitress, the 50-hour-a-week brain surgeon. Who makes more money? But why? That's not fair. They both work so hard. They're both working 50 hours. Why? Because one has a credential in a more profitable industry. So not all industries are made the same. Not all careers are made the same. And it's not just about working harder. You're right, it's about working smarter. No, it's not. It's about working in a more profitable industry.
Yes.
You can give the same 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 hours a week part-time that you do to Uber, Lyft, real estate, online, Amazon, drop shipping, crypto, day trading, or some people do some funny stuff online without their clothes nowadays, right? I'm not a fan, I'm just saying, right? True story. I'm talking to I'm doing a recruiting interview with a kindergarten teacher. And a kindergarten teacher. This is 3 weeks ago. I said, so hey, I hear you want to make more money. She's like, yeah, I want to make more money. I said, why do you want to make more money? She's like, because things are expensive. I said, great. What's your plan outside of this conversation? If I don't accept you to the office, if we don't bring you aboard, what's your plan outside of this to go make money? Real estate, Uber, Lyft? She said, OnlyFans.
That's crazy.
Come with me to church on Sunday. So I'm sitting there asking him, what do I got to do for this license? He says, you got to drop $500 on a state license in this industry because we're in the most profitable industry in America. I said, okay, I got to get a credential in a more profitable industry because I'm in the nonprofit space, no problem. He says, the second thing you got to do is you got to pass a test. Now here's the thing that's cool about California. In California, the test is 90 questions. It's multiple choice. You don't even have to get a C. If you get a D, you pass. How many of y'all are fired up about that? You're like, got some smiles out of people who weren't smiling all day. You're like, yeah. I don't know about you, but I was no summa duma huma booma rumma cum laude. I wasn't valedictorian. Who in the room, you were not the top of the class in high school, college, or whatever, you were not the valedictorian? How many of y'all were like the smartest person in the room? You were the top of the class?
What's up?
I was number 1 in PE. So for me, when I heard, wait, I gotta get a D, how many of y'all, if you came home with a C or a D, your parents would have ground you when you were a kid? Yeah, well now the state will give you a license in the most profitable industry. So this is good news for some of you. How many of y'all feel like you could do better than a D in a 90-question multiple choice test? Like you could figure that piece out. So he said, wait, if I go take my Visa, Master, American Express credit card, I give the state $500, I do my fingerprints, my background check, I get a D on a test, you'll give me a license in the most profitable industry? We're sitting at dinner, my buddy's making $400,000. He says, yes. I said, I'm gonna have a license. I'm gonna have no idea what to do with it. What do? He says, you've gotta come to training. I said, what's training? How many of y'all have ever thought about either going back to school, back to college, community college, online college, a YouTube university, or some other trade school, or doing something to retool, re-educate yourself, right? Yeah. So he says, instead of doing all that and paying all this stuff for tuition, come to our office, like the one here in Montevideo. He says, come to the office, and on Tuesday evenings at 7 o'clock and Saturday mornings at 10 a.m., part-time, outside your job, I'm gonna show you how to use your license in the most profitable industry. And so I was like, that's it? He says, that's it. So I kept a full-time job because it was paying my bills. But I started doing this, financial, at the very least, get me out of debt. Maybe make some extra money, right? But then I was wondering what some of you are wondering, well, how do you guys get your clients? Is this like cold calling? Is this door knocking? We do no cold calling, nor door knocking, no buying leads. How many of y'all are okay with that?
Yeah.
No cold calling, nor door knocking, no buying leads. I was like, shoot!
Well then, Andrew, how do you get your clients?
I'm so glad you asked. So I ask people all the time, why would I knock on your door? Because in LA, I might get shot. Why would I knock on your door when I could slide into your pocket? Because you're on this thing 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
Who knows what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Why would I cold call you when you're like, probably spam, block? Who's ever gotten a probably spam?
Yeah.
We got 90 of them a day. Why would I cold call you when I could just slide into your thumb? How many of y'all have ever found yourself watching videos on YouTube, online, social media about something, or it's like people who bought this also bought this on Amazon? You've like made decisions about purchasing things online, right? So for me, I said, wait, everything is social media word of mouth? Because everything is social media word of mouth. No door knocking, no call, no. No sales quotas, no. I don't have to clock in, clock out. Like, I don't have to be here every day at a certain time. No. I can avoid LA traffic. I mean, I'm glad about that one, right? He says, show up Tuesday, show up Saturday. What do you think I did? Dropped $500, got my license. I got better than a D, and I showed up Tuesday and Saturday. What happened on a part-time basis? I ended up making $50,000 doing this 15, 20 hours a week. Now, you don't look impressed, which is totally fine, but put yourself in my shoes at 27 years old. How many of y'all would kind of be okay if you had an extra 30 to 50 grand in your bank account at the end of 2025? You're like, she's like, that one, right? That's cool. On a part-time basis with no boss. So if you open up a restaurant and it's successful, what do you want to do?
Open another one.
Open another one. And then what do you want to do?
Open another one.
So my wife and I went from being part-time in the business to being full-time. We opened up our very first office in Pasadena, California. We were 28 years old. We ended up making $100,000 in 6 months. Now, I don't know about you, but I had never made 6 figures in 12 months. So at 28, 29 years old, how do you think I felt?
Great.
Listen, when you start making 20 grand a month in your 20s, you better have your values and principles in order. Because how many of y'all know you can do some dumb stuff with money in your 20s?
Yes.
You can do some dumb stuff with money in your 50s and 60s. I'm going to look at the floor as I say that. I'm not making eye contact with anyone. So you start making $100,000 every 6 months. You open up one of these offices. We opened up another and another. Chris and Steph and the sales, they came and they pioneered the Month of Day office. Just so you know, this office has been operating here as a top 10 office out of 600,000 licensed agents 6 years in a row. Give them some love. We opened up in Long Beach. We opened up 3 in Northern California, Sacramento, Napa, Modesto. We opened up 1 in Gainesville, Florida, Kansas City, Missouri, and then COVID happened.
Yes.
And everything went to Zoom. Except in Monteveo. Right? And COVID came, and then COVID left. Now, I lost people that I love in COVID. How many of y'all lost somebody you know or loved or cared about in COVID? Very difficult time. After all of the craziness where we didn't know if the world was going to end or it was always going to be this way or it was going to change, how weird was it that in 90 days everything went back to normal?
Wow. Yeah.
It was kind of weird. I was like, wait, we're just done with this?
Yeah.
Wait, we're good now?
Yeah.
Wait, so 6, I don't need, wait, what? Kind of weird. Anyway, people realized that they didn't want to be apart. They wanted to be together. They wanted to be a community. So all of the offices around the country reopened, rock and roll, crushed it. Last year, well, my wife had now been helping people open up offices. If you're a guest with us, I'm going to show you how we help people get a license, how you may be able to do exactly what they've done, be able to work in an office or open your own office and own. Everyone say own. Own your own location and get to 6 figures, get to multiple 6 figures. At this point, my wife and I, we've helped license 2,000 people in the industry the last 12 years. And the #1 gal that we've trained, she just turned 28 years old. Who's in their 20s in the room? Awesome. Who wishes they could still be in their 20s in the room? 39, right? She's just turned 28 years old. I've been mentoring her for 4 years. She's not been in the industry for 40 years. How many years has she been in the business? 4. She made $1 million of take-home direct deposit cash income last year.
Wow, nice.
Not sales volume, not business revenue, not top-line business receipts, take-home cash. Everyone say take-home cash.
Take home cash.
How many of y'all would kind of be okay if you made $1 million take-home direct deposit to your Chase bank account in your 20s?
Yes.
You'd be okay with that?
Yes.
I'm going to show you the exact system that we've used. It's the same system that allowed our sales to make 6 figures in 6 months. Same one that helped the Chris and Stephanie Solis, who you met here, make over $350,000 in a year in their late 20s, and a lot of other people make a lot of other income. So, but for those of you who are here as guests, I'd love this from 2 perspectives. One, you're going to see how we help families make money. Because let me tell you what today is not. Who's ever gotten invited to a business meeting?
Babe.
And at the end of the business meeting, they try to sell you lotions, potions, juice, knives, vacuums, shares, real estate, crypto. Who's ever been to one of those, by the way? You know what I'm talking about? Ain't none of that's going on today. We make 0 money off recruiting people. Who's okay with that, by the way?
Yes.
So if you were like, oh, is this Herbalife? No. No. This is Dinero Life. Dinero Viva. We're in the financial industry. We don't get paid to recruit people. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, is this a pyramid? No, you're already in one of those. It's called your job.
Hey.
Because at your job, the person at the top makes all the money, and all the people who work under them make them money, and you're at the bottom, and you'll never get to the top. This is the financial industry where someone obtains a state license. Who's ever heard of real estate, engineering, truck driving, financial services, being an architect, a doctor, a nurse, or a teacher? Yeah, you have to get a state credential, right? And then you work in an industry. And so this is our parent company. If you go to downtown Dallas, this is downtown Dallas. Our parent company is Integrity. Everyone say Integrity.
Integrity.
We are the largest financial insurance brokerage in the world. This is the numbers from 2023. Compliance and marketing is coming out with the updated numbers for 2024. We did $30 billion last year. We now have 600,000 licensed agents. We helped 14 million clients last year. And you guys are right there. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yeah. Who's a football fan? Any football fans follow football? Who does not follow football? Who doesn't give a crap about football? And then who's just, you're not going to raise your hand no matter what I say. I appreciate you, right? So Steve Young, former NFL Hall of Famer, he's chairman of the board, right? Who's ever seen this guy, Patrick Bet-David, kind of famous dude? If you go online to Valuetainment, he actually created our broker training program. Everyone say broker.
Broker.
Now, this is what's different. How many of y'all know in real estate there are brokers and agents? Yes or yes?
Yes.
The same thing happens in insurance, same thing happens in the stock market, it happens everywhere. But who makes more money, the agent or the broker?
The broker.
So the broker is a broker, they're not broker.
Hey.
They're not broker, they're a broker, okay? So I know Betty has run an incredibly successful real estate brokerage here for the last 36 years.